and welcome back to another exciting episode of Spaying and Neutering Your Pets with Bob Barker. I am your guest, your host, #blessed, and I wanted to go over something. I'm just gonna knock that over. It's fun. I wanted to go over something that I've been addressed about, and that is media. Not like television, like media, like fake news, like Dana. But I want to talk about media, DVDs, movies, television, stuff, right? And I want to go over because I've been talked to about said media, and people have asked me. No, I need to rephrase that. People have told me that I need to get rid of anything that might not be Christian oriented, and in that case, I probably would only have 20 DVDs or Blu-rays. And I wanted to go over that, okay? Now, specifically, I have gotten rid of anything and everything that was demonic, to an extent. I still have like Buffy the Vampire Slayer and stuff like that. I love different genres of movies and stuff like that are some horror and some thriller, okay? And I have since I was a kid. I'm a collector. I collect these different movie series and so on and so forth, and call me a hypocrite, and that's fine, but the fact of the matter is that I've gotten rid of anything and everything that could be questionable, right? Now, sci-fi stuff, which is mainly the stuff I kind of collect. I collect like Japanese superheroes, like Ultraman, stuff like this. That's very special to me. Stuff that, like superhero stuff and stuff like that, and stuff and stuff and stuff and all kinds of stuff, and there's stuff and stuff. I said stuff like so many times. But I collect that memorabilia, and some of it might be looked at as sketchy, but anything and everything that's occult or something that could be demonic, I don't have anymore. Okay? I don't go out of my way to surround myself with stuff like that. Also, when it comes to this, I've gotten rid of a lot of stuff. When I left Buddhism, I got rid of all of my Buddhist stuff, right? I got rid of anything that was or could be a weakness to me. Could be something that I could question my faith or fall back into that dark place. It's all gone. Books, so on and so forth. I still have, some of my scary novels and stuff like that, because it's just, in my opinion, it's fiction. It's not, it's whatever. But I'm not trying to justify, and I'm not trying to defend myself, because the court of public opinion is going to crucify me regardless if I do it completely by their standard or if I don't, so it really doesn't matter. But I just want to express how I feel about media and how I feel about that kind of stuff. Now, people might go in and say, okay, you need to get rid of that stuff because it's become an idol or whatever. It's not an idol. If that whole bookshelf burnt down, I'd be upset because of how much money I've spent on it, but it doesn't matter to me whatsoever. And that argument could be used for, oh, your house is burning down, you saved your kids, you're using them as an idol. It's the same kind of deal, right? I'm not trying to save movies or books. I think what this whole thing boils down to is not letting these things become idols at all, and understanding that Christ has to be the center no matter what the situation is. I live in a very Christ-centered home, and I'm grateful for that. I really am grateful for that. My world since I've been saved has just been, it's done a whole 360, right? And I'm brave, okay, because I do film with the backdrop of the movies or my books, depending on which angle that I'm able to set up when I'm dodging children's toys. But I do that so that I'm not hiding anything from anybody, right? Because, we have Christians out there that use a green screen backdrop, and that's fine, but you don't know what's in their home. You know what I mean? I am a movie buff. I love older movies. I love, stuff like Vincent Price, and I love like Back to the Future, and I'm a big sci-fi dude. Love Doctor Who, which is one of my all-time favorite television series, and I'm also really big into Tokusatsu, which is Japanese superheroes, which would be the equivalent of Power Rangers and Kamen Rider and stuff like that. You're just probably shaking your head like I have no idea what this man's talking about. But with a little bit of Google magic, you easily figure that out. But that's fine, that's part of who I am, and it has been since I started working, because I've been collecting movies and books for 17 years, since I got my first job. But they in no way will ever take the place of my God. And that's what I think anybody out there who is a believer in Christ that you need to realize is that, yes, anything that could be something to shake your faith, get rid of it. I've heard different Christian personalities on YouTube and other things that have said get rid of anything and everything that could possibly, is considered dark, that demons will attach themselves to objects, and there is a lot of truth to that. There's absolutely a lot of truth to that. But I think that I've done that. I absolutely think that I've done that. I've gotten rid of, I used to have tons and tons of statues of Buddha. I had a solid bronze, maybe 2 foot tall statue of Vishnu, the Hindu god. It was solid bronze. This thing was heavy. It was super duper heavy. And I got rid of it. I donated it. Now, I could have melted down that bronze, and that, it was copper. I'm not sure, but it was patinaed green. I could have melted it down. I could have sold it, but it was an idol. It was a literal idol, and it came out of some kind of a temple when I got it, and it was demonic. I got rid of it. I had statues of Buddha all over my home, and I subjected my wife to that. But I got rid of all of that. I got rid of all of my Buddhist books with all my chanting stuff, all of the sutras, all of that stuff. It's all gone. But when it comes to, like these different shows that I watched growing up and stuff like that, I'm still a collector. And I still love to have that kind of stuff and maybe reminisce on it or go back and watch it or whatever because of the nerd in me. And I've spent so much time, like I've met a lot of these people. I used to go to conventions and stuff like that. And, I would love to go to conventions again, maybe with a different premise of trying to evangelize to people. I haven't been to a convention since maybe 2009. Actually, no, I went 3 years ago, and I met Henry Winkler, which was pretty amazing. But that aside, I totally forgot about that. I only went up there for a few hours on one day. I think, to thine own self be true, that you really should check and see if the things that you have, if they are tied to really demonic stuff, and I would suggest get rid of it. Definitely get rid of it. If it's something that is not going to trip you up, that you're above anything, whatever, I think that's between you and God. I really do. Now, like I said, that might cause a whole poop storm with some of my subscribers and with other viewers, right? And I expect it to. I'm not naive in thinking that everybody's going to be like, oh, I've totally changed my mind on this topic. But I just wanted to go over it because I know that those of you who have watched me in the past and who are watching me now, like, you're seeing it, right? And there's all kinds of stuff here. All kinds. I mean, you see, I've got my Doctor Who's, I've got Star Trek, and I've got all kinds of crazy stuff, but you're going to obviously see that I've got Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and I've got Angel right next to it. So the fact is that this stuff does exist. You can say, oh, it's super demonic or whatever, and I respect that. I respect your opinion on it. I'm not living the life of a hypocrite, but again, I can definitely tell the difference between fiction and reality, and my house is a Christ-centered home. We have worked hard on our faith and getting into a church family of people that love us and have spiritually nurtured us and all of this stuff. And I'm so driven for the Lord. I'm not a perfect person by any means. No way. And I struggle with that every single day. But what I can say about the situation is that we all enjoy things that might not be, what anybody in the Christian community might think is okay. I think that any one of us, we're watching this video. You're watching this video on a phone or on a computer that came from Bill Gates, who is huge with giving children vaccines and, obviously not a believer in Christ, or a MacBook or a iPad. I'm filming this on an iPad Pro. The fact of the matter is that you look at Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs was an open Buddhist, right? So the fact is that if we want to do that kind of living and be judgy over the things that we have because of the origins of it or the creators of it, then we need to be willing to get rid of all of it and to not be hypocritical about it. So, with that said, I appreciate my subscriber base. I really do appreciate those of you who have watched my videos, who have actually taken the time to get to know me as a YouTuber, who subscribed and so on and so forth. And I just ask it, if you have not yet, to please hit the subscribe button, to please just smash that notification bell, leave a comment. I love to go through the comments, even if they're critical, and maybe you'll get your response on a YouTube video if you leave a comment that is riveting enough or maybe aggressive enough that I might want to respond to it. I truly appreciate the interactions that I've had with you guys so far, and I hope that you're enjoying the content. Thank you for watching. Bye.